A two-tiered justice system, what you decide. Former Baltimore Police Commissioner Darryl De Sousa served 275 days in federal prison. Why? Well, De Sousa served time for practically the same crime that President Joe Biden's son Hunter Biden is accused of. Former Baltimore Police Commissioner Darryl De Sousa joins me. Good evening, sir. And as you know, you've been in the justice system and the police system long, like I have as well. And, you know, the system isn't perfect, but Hunter Biden is likely to get a plea agreement if it goes down, in which he gets probation for two crimes that you got 275 days with, not to mention a felony being knocked down to diversion. So tell me, is this, I mean, what do you think of this system, and why is Hunter Biden get the deal you didn't get?
Oh, that's a good question, Greta, and thanks for having me on the show today. I wish I had that same sentence as he did. I don't regret, however, as crazy as it sounds, spending those 275 days, because I just met some wonderful people and had a different outlook and perspective on life. But there is a two-tiered justice system, just like you're saying. And certainly he is in one of those tiers that's above mine, that is more privileged than, you know, somebody that looks like myself or comes from disenfranchised communities or Black or brown. It's sad to say it that way, but you know, that is reality.
Well, the thing about yours that struck me, your case, is that you didn't file taxes, and at a substantial less amount of money than Hunter Biden is said to have not filed. Now, I don't know what other instances of failure to file or any other parts, because he's also getting this immunity thing, so we don't know, and the statutes run on things. But you know, your amount was even substantially less, and you got the 275 days, and he's getting I mean, look, if I were his lawyer, defense lawyer, I'd try to get him that deal. But you know, that disparity is a stunning one.
Yeah, yes, it is. And you know, like I said, that there's probably millions of Americans who have the same sentiments that I do, and that they just want the justice system to really be fair. They want the Lady Justices to be fair across the board for just everybody. And in this case, it doesn't appear as though it is. So
what's the answer?
I don't know. We have to start somewhere. I know that in sentencing that they use part of the guidelines, and I'm sure, Greta, you know this better than I do, but they use, as part of the sentencing guidelines, they use it as a deterrence, the sentence of an individual as a deterrent, so others won't do the same thing. Hey, this is not sending a good message. People out there, if they choose to not file and owe the government $1.5, $1.6 million, and they know they can do or get probation, I don't think that sends a good message, you know, to American taxpayers, Americans at whole.
Well, I mean, I have seen a number of cases, failure to file, that are probation. I mean, you know, so, and the prosecution here is going to ask for probation for him. So, I mean, I'm more surprised at your case that you've got time for that than that he's getting probation. But what's unusual about his is that he has, first of all, that a felony gets knocked down to not a misdemeanor, which is what you usually get knocked down to, but even farther down to diversion means they drop it. That's unusual. But he also has sort of tucked in there this immunity thing, so that if they, you know, for anything else that he might have done. Now, the plea agreement hasn't gone down yet, but it's, you know, getting probation for two misdemeanors is not unusual for failure to file. It's all the others. It's the other stuff.
Yeah. And some of the other stuff that you haven't mentioned that I'm sure you're well aware of is that some of the collateral effects that come with it, well beyond, you know, your prison sentence, well beyond probation, well beyond the fines that you pay, because there's some professional licenses that a person or individual may want to try and get, and a conviction hurts them. You know, spending time in prison hurts them. You know, that felony hurts them. There's so much collateral damage that you really can't even really assess the damage.
Darryl De Sousa, thank you very much for joining me, sir.
Oh, thank you so much, Ms. Greta.